Greetings and salutations. Here we are on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. God, isn't it something when you kind of forget what day it is? But there you go. That's how it happens. Busy day today. Lots of work, which I love. Sorting out some new readings, which you will love. Talking to myself while I'm waiting for people to come online and go, somebody's here. What else? Did all the washing. Gotta love washing, eh? Gotta love washing. That's about it. And here I am with you. And there's nobody here. So I'll give it a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes. And then we'll get into Phyllis whether there's anyone here or not. Because we can. Angela's there. Angelica. Oh, God, I'm not talking to myself, Angelica. I've got someone to talk to, mate. It really is hard. And Lou's here. Yay. I know it's crazy, isn't it? But there is this weirdness when you're sitting here going, I wonder if there's anyone out there. Like, if nobody is here, it's like that thing with trees. If a tree falls and there's nobody around, doesn't make a sound. That's Angie, Rewa. Oh, excellent. All the girls are in the house today. Oh no, Lou, are you all right? You haven't broken your leg or anything like that? Because, well, mind you, if you have, that means they have to wait on you hand and foot. Are you okay? Excuse me for sniffing, but I really do have a cold. And that is because yesterday as you know, I went to the supermarket and I thought, oh, the weather's beautiful at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's something like 10 degrees. And took the roof off the car, I turned it back into its convertible, and I think I've caught a cold. A huge work news, diplomacy. Were you diplomatic, Lou? Were you diplomatic? Hi, Joe. We're just finding it out if Lou was diplomatic at work or not after yesterday's cards. You're fine and feeling so. You're allowed to feel sorry for yourself. Well, I am treating myself. I am having full sugar Dr. Pepper. I bought this at the supermarket yesterday when I decided that I was going to have a treat one night this week. And so I'm having my treat with you girls. And look, Lou. Damascus nougat. This is what I was talking about last night. This is one of my favorite treats. Damascus nougat. Right. Well, God, you're all coming in thick and fast. So you guys over here, Angelica is over in Queensland. Oh, you were candid without being rude, Lou. Right. Actually, I like that. We can be candid but not rude. That's diplomatic. Hope you had a good day, Joe. And Pamela, hope everything's okay with you. So, today, Phyllis is becoming a hermit. And you will be wondering why. So the Hermit is the next card in the 21 cards of the Major Arcana. And so what's happened is Phyllis has been, hi Robin, how are you? So we're doing Phyllis right now. So Phyllis has been wandering around. Well, actually she's been really busy because since she mastered strength, which, was a few months ago. I know it was only last night, but this is a few months. She saw that difference between strength of aggression and strength of calm. And I shouldn't sniff, but I'm sorry. And strength and calm. She's been meeting people. She's been racing around. She's been going from little village to town. She went to the big city. She's done the whole circuit. She's gone to every workshop she possibly can. She's explored all sorts of things, and her head is very full, you know, and she's been buying stuff and sitting and reading books in libraries, having debates and discussions. She's been exercising all of her new knowledge, all of her new wisdom. She's been putting everything that the magician and the Hierophant and the emperor and the empress and the high priestess, everything that she's been taught, she's been really at it. And she has been surrounded by people everywhere she goes. She's surrounded herself with people, really. She's been in places where there are people gathered and people with ideas. She's also been working hard. She's been looking for her passion, and she's really not sure what it is. She's decided she's not a Reiki healer. She's not going to be a particularly good yoga teacher. She likes the whole crystal thing, but she also likes art, and she rather likes the idea of sitting under a tree and doing paintings. But that doesn't bring in much money. So you can imagine she has really been at the coalface. I'm going to have a little sniff and a little drink. Dr. Pepper. Oh my God. That is fucking amazing. I haven't had one of those in years. Right, so she's herring around the neighborhood. And she's come right back to the psychic fair, and she's gone through the psychic fair again. She's touched base with the magician and sort of said, hi there, how are you? And she's touched base with the high priestess and with the empress. You know, she's kind of revisited them, not for long, just to say hi and to make sure that, you know, she's where she needs to be. And she's tired. She is tired of people. She is tired of people coming at her with different ideas. She is tired of her brain being full of all sorts of different concepts, different ways of being, different ways of doing. She is tired of people's drama. She's tired of people's emotions. You know how sometimes we all get where we're just fucking tired of so much in our faces. It's like being at the Sky City smorgasbord. I don't know if that still exists. And well, or like the smorgasbord on the ship every lunchtime when I went on that cruise. There was so much food that it was overload of choice, and you just looked at it and went, oh my God, I just want bread and butter and jam. You want something simple, you know, just something simple. And this is where Phyllis is. I just want something simple. So she walks into the car park where her car's parked, and over in the distance she sees a hill with a great deal of bush on it, and a sort of a forest thing. Now, Australian bush is kind of a little different to our bush. So Angelica, you would know what New Zealand bush is anyway, because you're a New Zealander, if I recall. So it's deep, lush, green bush, you know, it's beautiful and thick, and there's ferns, and there's palms, and there's big kauri trees, and totara trees, and there's kowhai, and there's streams, and she looks up at this bush and she goes, I'm going bush. That's what I'm going to do. So she walks back down to the psychic fair, and she goes and gets her supplies. She goes and gets some toast and cashew butter. Oh, yum. Sorry, I'm diversing, but Lou's talking about toast. I love toast. So she's getting her supplies. She gets her organic cola from one particular store because she really likes her organic cola. She goes and gets some beautiful wraps from another store, and then she realizes, well, that's only going to do her sort of for the day, and she might be gone for a while, so she stocks up on beans and lentils and legumes and all of that cooking kind of. She gets herself a pan, gets herself some matches, and she gets all ready to go bush. Piles it all in the car, beautiful Kathmandu sleeping bag, she's gonna rough it. And off she goes, out into the bush. She parks the car, puts a note on the screen saying, I've gone bush, don't worry about me, I'll be back soon, to whomever finds this. And she goes out into the bush. She finds a stream straight away and she follows it, and everything is silent. She's on her own. Now, the first 24 hours, you can't really say you're a hermit. You can go 24 hours without company. But after 24 hours, you perhaps start to think. After 48 hours, you're getting in the zone. After a week or 2 weeks, then you can start to call yourself a hermit. When you haven't had your watch for a full moon phase, a whole month, that's being a hermit. Sitting with yourself in the firelight and just being with the time of the sunrise and the sunset and the moon phases. That's being a hermit. Being so far away from people, not even hearing a helicopter, and we all hear helicopters above, I'm sure. Not hearing of human voice, absolutely nothing. That's being a hermit. And this is what this card is all about. This message in the Major Arcana, being a hermit. Following that pathway so deep into the forest, so deep into the bush, and being so with yourself that another human voice, there's nothing, absolutely nothing, and you know you are in exactly the right place at the right time. Because when you become a hermit, you are in the right place at the right time because you're with yourself. And so our Phyllis is off being a hermit, and she's exploring some deep inner shit, and she is finding that she actually quite likes this. Yes, she enjoyed people to a certain degree, but when it got too much, when it got overpowering, going to the bush and being with herself was the most powerful thing she could do. And so that is what Phyllis has done. Phyllis has become a hermit. And that's where we're going to leave her for this evening. And we will find her tomorrow and see where she's going next. Because once you've been a hermit, and once you've sat with yourself for a reasonable length of time, that's when you really see what matters in your life. And I can say that from personal experience. To actually sit with yourself, by yourself, with no material distractions for more than just a couple of days, you know, and to actually go back to not survival, because she's got her food, she's got enough food, she has to cook it, she can't go to KFC, mind you, fuck, none of us can go to KFC here in Auckland at the moment, but that's when being the hermit really gives you the most amazing lesson, because you sit there in the firelight some nights and you think, so what's really important? What's going on out in that world that affects me right now? Well, absolutely nothing. And sometimes when you come back from that world into the real world, into the world, you find that you were not missed. And that's what Phyllis is most probably going to learn. And that's okay. You know, we can cope with not being missed. But she's going to learn some stuff. And she's going to come out of this. And we'll find out tomorrow where she goes next. But at the moment, Phyllis is sitting by the firelight. And she's thinking about where she really matters in life. Not just what matters to her, but where does she matter? Where does she fit into life? Where does she want to fit into life? Perhaps that's the best way to put it. So there you go. That's what Phyllis is up to. Now I've got my cards here because someone said, oh, please, 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 can you do A, B, or C again tonight? Really? Should I give you that treat? Absolutely. So go on, A, B, or C for tonight. Let's see if we can change poor Lou's diplomacy habit there. And Angie, yes, tell me about it. We'll change Angie's energy too so that she's not inundated with people. Hi, Charmaine. And I know I've forgotten to put up yesterday's thing onto YouTube. I will do it in the morning with this one. Okay, so here we go. If you've chosen A, oh, King of Cups. Someone's making you an offer and he's kind of cute. So if you're single, a beautiful King of Cups. If you're partnered, then he might be your King of Cups and he's paying special attention to you at the moment. If you've chosen B, don't make judgment calls. Whoa. But let's expand on that because we all make judgment calls. Don't make judgment calls based on what you see. Make judgment calls based on what you find out. Get all the information first. If you get all the information first, then you make your judgment call. Don't do it on what's in front of you. Not on what you see, but on what you know. Oh, I like that. Oh, C is Queen of Cups. Don't give too much at the moment. Your bowl, I see Angelica, you've got C. Lou, you've got C. Okay, don't give so much. You're the Queen of Cups. You're always giving. Always, always giving. And you have to fill your cup back up again before you can give any more. And our bonus card tonight is look for the sunrise. Look to the horizon. There's adventures to come. All of us know that there's adventures to come, that there's beautiful things to do and beautiful things to see in this world. And this stuff that's going on for us is only temporary. It is a glitch. It's just a glitch. And we really have to stop and think. Think of Phyllis being her hermit tonight. Sitting out there under the stars. That beautiful smell that only the New Zealand bush has. Mind you, when I used to drive in Australia, I always felt Australia had its own perfume. Wished I could bottle it sometimes. And it's the same here. You know, they have similar smells, but Australia has that eucalyptus tang to it. And here we have this deep green aroma that, you know, this deep smell that's so beautiful. And, you know, just look to the horizon. So if you chose A, what was it? A was the King of Cups. So there's someone in your life looking after you, or if you're single, coming into your life. B, don't make judgment calls on what you see. Find out your shit first. C, Queen of Cups. Don't do too much. Fill your cup up. And for all of us, let's just look to the horizon. Let's look beyond where we are right now. Although I must admit, all I'm looking at is Dr. Pepper and a huge bite of nougat. And I am one happy girl. So we'll see you tomorrow night.